Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Lee Osler. I'm a co-host on the Asea 5. This is our Friday night Asea 5 broadcast. As Dr. Maureen says, who will shortly be with us, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you're with us here. So we appreciate you being with us. I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Ann Glenn, and with Jim. He's got to come around and say hi.
It's so fun. We actually have a show.
Howdy.
We have a show tonight with sunshine, so this is awesome.
So we have limited time.
We have limited time.
Yep.
So we'd like to welcome you. And our first guest, we're going to have a 2 or 3 minute testimonial and validation from a number of people who are in line here with us in Las Vegas. Again, April 2022 Asea Convention. Our first one is Tanya. Would you please introduce and go ahead?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Tanya Chandler, and I'm from Oklahoma City.
Okay, hold more for your mouth.
And
There you go.
these amazing molecules crossed my path about 2.5 years ago. And I was looking for something better health. And I had to stop running about 12 years ago because I had a lot of discomfort in my knee, my back, and shoulders. And when this came along, I was able to continue doing activities. And I had a lot of gut issues, and that cleared up. And now I am actually playing on the Oklahoma Rockers basketball team because my health just has improved greatly. And the biggest takeaway, I think, from convention are the new products. I'm really pumped about Redox Energy and all the other drinks. It's going to serve me well in continuing playing sports, and I'm going to share that with my teammates. And so it's going to be a great product to promote. So it's been a great time. I've enjoyed it.
What about the facial care system?
Oh, that I'm looking forward to using that.
What would you say is your favorite so far? Do you like the toner since that's brand new?
What is the product after the toner?
Well, you have the glow serum.
The glow serum. I think that's going to probably be my favorite, but all the products work together. And I think they have revamped it. They've put a lot of thought into it. It's going to really nourish the skin. It's going to be a wonderful product. And the whole system is going to be a great product. And I think people are going to see a lot of changes. And it nourishes it, and it helps the Redox work even better. So I think you'll see even more changes in the skin.
For sure.
So tell us that you liked the science.
Oh, I love the science. You were awesome.
No, it wasn't me. It was just like, we had such an incredible science presentation by Scott Aldred as well as Tyler Norton, who really, for the first time, I really heard get into the science, and it was rock solid.
That's true. They talked about the science on the energy drink and the mind and the mood. I was so impressed with what they have put into that, and it's healthy, it's clean, not a lot of additives. There's no additives. There's no sugars. It's with stevia. And the product it's healthy, but it tastes good.
Yes.
That's what's amazing.
Yes.
Hey, Lee, can you cover real quick where they're going to be available in the beginning? And May 3rd is the available date. Where will the products be sold?
They'll be on on the shopping cart.
Well, I know, but I'm saying in what countries? I'm sorry.
Oh, in Canada, the United States,
And Australia.
and Australia.
Australia and Canada will be NSF,
Not for resale.
resale.
Not for resale, but they will be available there, and eventually they'll make it to the rest of the world.
Right.
So, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya.
And next up, we
Hey,
have
real quick, Lee, can you go ahead and do
we
the
have
disclaimer?
Susan. Yes, while Susan's taking a seat, we want to make a disclaimer. Asea products and everything that we're talking about is not meant to diagnose, treat, or prescribe, or to resolve, or to cure anything. This is a nutritional supplement produced by the Asea company, Asea Global, and we speak about it accordingly as a supplement. So with that, let's turn to Susan.
Hi, my name's Susan Lukenbach, and I'm from Wilmington, North Carolina. And a month ago, I wouldn't be here at this convention. It happened very last minute, but I wasn't healthy enough to be here. When I was 35, I was diagnosed with a condition where my body was attacking itself. And over the last 23 years, I've been on a multitude of drugs that suppressed my immune system. So when I got sick, I would be sick for 2 months instead of a week. And just this past fall, I met a doctor. I wanted to come off those medications and I started doing that, but then my body really attacked itself and I was in so much discomfort. My joints just hurt all the time. I couldn't, it hurt to squeeze my toothpaste. It hurt to put my car in drive. I couldn't make my bed by myself because I couldn't lift up the mattress and put the fitted sheet on. I couldn't raise my arm more than this in the morning. I couldn't open pill bottles. There were so many things I couldn't do. I manage a dance studio and I couldn't dance because my wrists hurt so much and my shoulders, and I couldn't have guys hold my hands. So my whole life was turned upside down and I literally thought, how much longer can I live alone? Because there's so many things I can't do if I don't get better. At that time, I was talking to a friend, Nancy, and she said, you need to try Asea. And I said, what's that? And she said, I told you about it 5 years ago. And I said, well, I'm listening now, but we don't listen till we're desperate and we have no other options. So I started on it in February. I've only been on it about 11 weeks now, and it's literally changed my life. I can dance. My wrists don't hurt anymore. I've come off some of my medications. I'm going to wean off others. And it's given me hope for the future.
So are you saying that this is a little bit life-changing?
It's hugely life-changing.
Yes.
As I said, I couldn't have been here a month ago.
Right.
Cool. What is your takeaway from being here?
All the information. I mean, the new products, the skincare, the energy drink, the mood, and just meeting everybody, just talking to people and listening to their stories, making connections, getting phone numbers. I'd really love a couple people to, I don't want to name names, but there's somebody I have in mind that I met a man today and his daughter had an experience, and I'd really love to connect her to someone I know. So just making those connections.
Networking. That's cool.
It's wonderful.
And
Yeah.
what about, have you shared the technology with anybody else?
Yes. My friend Angelique, in the beginning, I decided I wasn't going to tell anybody for 90 days because I thought I'll wait and see how I do. And the very next day after I signed up as a PC, I was talking to my friend Angelique,
What's a PC?
preferred customer. And I was talking to her and I said, where have you been? You haven't been dancing lately. And she said, I've been so sick for the last 2 months. And I said, well, I just heard about this stuff and I haven't even tried it yet, but are you interested? And I told her a little bit what I knew. She said, yeah. The next day we got on a Zoom call with my friend Nancy and Carolyn Hoffman, and they were on a Zoom with us for 3.5 hours. And I switched from PC to associate. Angelique signed up as an associate. I've shared with my neighbor who's 74. She's had amazing results, anxiety, stomach issues, just all kinds of things. And I'm here in 11 weeks as a bronze.
Super. And I want you to share with
Hold
me.
your microphone up to your mouth.
I want you to share with me I don't even, it's on.
It's on. I tried to.
Okay.
What's in your hair?
It's
Fairy hair.
Oh my God, I just cute little sparkles. I may not have sparkles.
I must have
They're super. I noticed them right away too.
Yes.
They're glittery. Glittery. You said you like the friendly people.
We'd like to welcome Dr. Maureen Hayes as our co-panelist. She's here.
Lindsay gets password.
She wants to be a fairy part-time.
I'm the fairy grandmother.
Thank you, Susan. We appreciate you sharing. Thank you. We're glad
Technology.
you're here.
From people that she'll touch. Sure.
Yes.
Others will give them next.
Because she needs to eat.
Yeah. It's a long night.
Hold it close. There you go.
Hello, everyone.
Did you hear?
What do you want me to talk about?
Takeaways.
We shared so much good stuff.
Takeaway from convention. Well, yeah, I'm just super excited. I mean, you all know I've been here part of promoting and launching the skincare. And and along with my cohort here, who's really a good stand-up comedian. But you know, we've had the only redox product on the planet. I mean, it feels kind of weird when we say that, right? The only redox based skincare on the planet, but it's true. But now we've got an even better redox skincare 2.0 and beyond. And I just love the way we've wrapped in all of these amazing ingredients that provoke redox activities within the cell. And we were talking in our breakouts this afternoon, you know, the fact that we're going deep within the skin and doing some amazing things. You're going to love this. If you haven't got to use it, as we talked about, it's going to be available in your cart from May 3rd if you're in the United States or Canada or Australia. And I hope it gets out there quicker for everyone else as well. But it is phenomenal. I'm just loving the outcomes from what we have. And I've always been promoting skincare because I truly believe that this is the most underutilized section within the product technology that we have. And for those of you who struggle with how do I explain redox, go to there on the redox piece. But, you know, I would say take that off the table. Go with skincare. Women love skincare. They're not going to ask you what is a moisturizer or what is a skincare product. They're going to get involved. And it's the great fun thing. Do the socials with it. Let people get tactile with the whole thing. You know, you're going to be able to move into redox for the skin, even if they don't think that they're motivated by redox for their health, right? You can actually talk about, well, this is another side to how we maintain skin. Those of us who are using it, use it from the inside to benefit what looks on the outside. And as we've talked about, the wrinkles on the outside reflect the wrinkles on the inside. So you can make that part of the subscription program for someone. If they start with just skincare and that's the only thing that they're focused on, you can still do wonderful subscription programs by getting them on the Renew 28, by using a couple of bottles of the Redox for the inside point just to maintain their skin, and wrapping in our favorite Life Max and the Omegas, you know, and that forms the basis of a great subscription for people who aren't going to go and buy the bookcases of Asea yet for their health. So I think we've got an amazing way to pitch, and you know, you can have social events, and then especially since the skincare is about really relaxing and feeling good, you know, feed them mood afterwards when you chat.
Martinis.
Yeah, mood martinis. There you go.
There you go. I love that the cleanser, for one, is fragrance free, and that it's 40% more quantity.
Mhm.
So you're getting more product for what you're paying for. The price point's fabulous.
Well, yeah, because you've got a
Yeah.
fourth product,
Mhm.
and you've got 40% more in the cleanser and
And
40% in the moisturizer. So it's actually all gone down in price.
So it's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's more effective.
Oh,
it
yeah.
is more effective.
Yeah.
You'll see the
We got
result.
people we need to get
Yes,
through.
thanks so much.
Thanks, Carolyn. Thank you. Thank you.
Next.
Next we have Angelique.
Welcome.
Hi, Angelique.
My name is Angelique Nichols from Wilmington, North Carolina. And you just heard Susan speak. She is my bronze. I'm her first D700.
It's awesome.
And yeah, so my story is I came back from a trip to Jamaica at Christmas with bacterial infection.
Mhm.
And, you know, that threw me into ramped up my immune function that I had a problem with 10 years before and had not had any problems with. So when she called me and said, you know, where you been? You hadn't been to dance. It's been 6 weeks. I said, well, I can't get away from the bathroom. I mean, you know, so she told me about the Asea. We started, and I went all in. I mean, the facial, the gel everywhere. I had lost about 12 pounds with this problem that I was going through. So, you know, when you get older, you get crepey skin anyway, but when you lose 12 pounds on top of that, it really gets crepey. Well, the Renew 28 has helped immensely with that. Legs, arms, belly.
You got the new stuff, right?
The Renew 28.
Did you get the new
I
skincare?
have gotten the new stuff. I haven't opened the box yet.
Yeah.
I just picked it up at lunch. But
Awesome.
yeah, but as far as this convention, it's amazing. I mean, I could relate to 20 things that Trish Winkler said today in my life. that I could relate to what happened in her life, which, you know, she's the top earner.
Right.
And, you know, I could do that easily.
That's a great message too,
I
isn't it?
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, and I'm a successful businesswoman in 3 different businesses already, but I'm looking to try and make other people successful now,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's my why.
Just share it
Yeah.
3 or 4 new people
Yeah.
a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for sharing. Great.
see you again. Hello.
Hi,
Welcome.
thank you. I am Cindy Stilwell and nice to meet you. And I'm actually a naturopathic doctor in Virginia. And Dr. Carolyn Hoffman is my longtime friend and sponsor. And she kind of kept after me because I was introduced to Asea in 2010 and then again in January of 2017. And was not going to get involved in a network marketing company. It just was not going to happen. And Carolyn said, look at the research. And so I did. And my favorite story about what it has done for me and my family is actually about my 12 pound little shiny black dog is what we call her, my dachshund. And she is my baby. When she was about 11 years old in the end of 2017, she started her coat was getting very, very dry. She was lethargic. And what I found out was that her body was being inundated by cortisol all the time. And so I took her to the vet and she told me she's holistic and she told me some things that I can do. And I said, okay, I'll order those and I will get her started to kind of help, calm that down and just help her, feel better. Well, I came home and I'm like, I've got this Asea over here and I haven't started drinking it yet. So it's good for any cell, human cell, dog cell, cat cell, gerbil cell, whatever, plant cell. So I started giving it to her and I started with a syringe in her mouth, which she was not happy about. And then the next day she readily took the syringe with the Asea in it. By the 3rd day, before I could get the syringe back in the cup to draw more into it, she had her nose in the cup.
Oh,
so they know what they're that innate knowledge. They know what's good for them. And she gets as much as she can drink. Like I pour a little bit, she drinks it. I pour a little bit more if she drinks it. And I just keep doing that until she stops. And that's what she gets. So, and now she is almost 16 years old. She'll be 16 in August and doing very well.
super.
But that's a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you guys for doing this.
Naturopath doctor, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think of Redox?
It's a game changer. I think that I personally need to do a better job of incorporating it in with my clients that I see, because it's really, even though there are other things that we need there, it's the foundational piece. And it's what's going to, I started to say supernaturally, and I do believe it's God inspired. So I will say supernaturally, it's just going to make everything else we do better.
How long have you been with Asea now?
Since 2017.
Quite a while.
Mhm.
So all this new product, how is that going to change your sharing it? I mean, I'm sure you're thinking an even bigger list now.
I do. And I have not had the privilege of getting to know it intimately,
Okay.
like Dr. Hoffman has, but I am super excited to start trying the cellular performance products.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love the external products, the Renew, the gels. And
You use the gel in your hair?
I have, but not very often. Not very
Your
often.
hair is gorgeous. Everybody on your team
Oh.
has gorgeous hair.
No, thank you.
She's
That's just, I'm just blessed. God's just like, yeah. He knows vanity when he sees it.
Well, you wear it well.
Yeah. And I was just talking to Dr. Osler yesterday because I had a really nasty fall. I did a face plant. I don't know if they can, it was in January.
Okay.
And
the camera there?
yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
They may have to zoom in or something.
and then
Lee, tell me if you can see it.
So this is a January fall.
that was in January.
Closer.
January fall and
Yeah, if you and Jim, if you swipe over two, I think
so you mostly did a face plant.
I did I went down on my knees on black ice, and
these
then
two. Oh,
after that was
January.
January. But if you look at day three, it's almost gone, and that's all due to only thing I put on it was Asea.
sauce.
The liquid or the gel?
Well, I always do the liquid, but it was really just putting a lot of the gel on.
Wow.
Very good. And did you drink extra?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm sure
good.
I did.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Jim had a very bad, a couple injuries that by the 8th day was quite dramatic. So that's awesome. So happy for you.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you for sharing.
Yeah, sure.
Linda.
Hi there.
Hello,
Where are you from?
I'm from Sylvester, Georgia.
That's the Georgia. Glad you're here today. Share with us what your life was like before Asea and what it is today.
And use your outdoor voice.
And use adjectives, no big words. No capital words.
Before Asea, I have arthritis and pretty much aches and pains all over. But like 1st of February, I got a message from Charles Burgundy, and it was on LinkedIn. And he said, I need you to take a look at something. You go to this website and you look at the introduction, and I'm sort of hard-headed. I didn't look at the introduction. I went past the introduction because I saw there was some more videos to look at. So I said, I want to look at these testimonies and see what this is all about. So I started watching testimonies and was like, oh no, it can't be serious. And I kept going. And finally I said, okay, I'm going to do what Charlie said. I'm going to look at the introduction. I went to the introduction. I said, oh yes, this makes a whole lot of sense. So I sent him a message and I said, so when can you come see me? And he said, well, I can come see you tomorrow. And I didn't tell him what I had done. I'm one of those DIY people. So I do a lot of climbing and doing things at home with painting and different things like that. I had hurt my shoulder, my right shoulder. And I had gotten to the point to where I could only raise my hand up, my arm up, like to here without it paining too much. But if I went higher, I almost cried. So when Charlie came on that Friday, he started explaining everything to me. And he said, so tell me what's going on with you. And I said, well, since I watched the videos, and I said, I want to try out something. And he said, okay. He said, take some of this gel and put it on your shoulder. So I did. I rubbed it on my shoulder. And we were sitting there talking, and he got a phone call. And while we're sitting there talking, and I was listening to his conversation, I felt this warm, tingling sensation going up my neck. And I said, that feels different. And all of a sudden, I didn't feel any pain in my shoulder. So Charlie said a few minutes later, he said, how is it feeling? And I said, well, it actually feels much better. So he said, okay, let's see what you can do. So I went,
all right, that's it.
and I said, I don't feel a thing. He said, you only rubbed it one time. He said, so why don't you put more on there? So I did. I put more on there, and still no pain. So I got to the point where I was doing things and reaching up with no problem at all. Last week was another awesome test. I fell at the gym, and I fell on my knees trying to help these two ladies to protect them from getting hit by a basketball.
Sure.
Well, instead of me protecting, I should have been protecting myself because they were fine. But I fell face down, knees and all. So my face went like this into the wood, and my glasses went crossways. And I said, okay, Lord, please don't let me break any bones because I'm too old to be doing this. I get up and I go to my exercise class. I go to my line dance class. Now I've been drinking Redox whole time, 4 to 6 ounces every day. I go home and I look at my knees, and I've got a skint knee and a bruised knee. So I get my shower and I rub with the gel.
And where that bruise was, the next day the bruise was gone. My knees were not in any pain at all. I could bend them with no problem at all.
Wow.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wonderful. So happy for you.
Yes.
Are you learning a lot this weekend?
I have learned so much this weekend. I told Charlie, I just felt like my insides were jumping, and I wished I could jump like my insides are jumping, because I hear so many testimonies and people coming up to me, and Charlie's telling me different things about different people. And it's like, I want to talk to everybody. And it's like, why isn't people on this? Why aren't there more people doing this? I mean, there are so many people. This is not about making money. It's about saving lives. It is. And that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, right now I'm a guest, but when I go home, I won't be a guest anymore.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So excited.
Well, thank
to
you.
hear.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Kurt,
Well, Kurt's coming up. We don't claim to make any claims related to treating, diagnosing, or curing. It's the body that is getting the ability now to heal itself. This is just a bio replenisher. Just want to make sure people knew that are watching. Kurt, you mean a lot to us because you're
Thank you.
part of our team. So
Yes, ma'am.
share from the heart.
Okay. So I was, I had a problem about 10 years ago where the chemicals in my body just stopped working properly. And I've been involved in Spanish church planting domestically in the United States for the last 18 years. And I was working on a church plant project, and all of a sudden my body just stopped functioning the way it's supposed to. And I entered a multi-year time of melancholy and nervousness, and was tired all the time. And I stayed that way. Pretty much I had no hope. I tried everything, and there just nothing was working. And the doctor told me that if I would follow a certain protocol, I would be somewhat better in 5 years. That worked somewhat, but beyond that, there was no real hope. And then I was on a random road trip and stopped by to see a family friend who I knew had been sick with a similar thing as my situation. And she was all better, or mostly better. And it caught my attention. And she was recently taking Redox, about 6 weeks. And she knew the Glens very well. And so she connected me with Jim. And Jim had amazing results with his body and a back injury and et cetera. And I had a situation at the time also, that I was very concerned about my back. I thought it was impossible. I just really didn't think it was possible. But I couldn't, after watching the Genesis video, I couldn't deny it. I had to try it. So I ordered it, and I had enough sense to become an associate and not a customer, because I'd done networking before. So that just seemed to make sense. It changed my life.
Yeah.
In 24 hours, I had a dramatic response. So many things changed in the first 7 days. It was too much to count. And within the first 30 days, I got my life back. And I knew I had to share it.
That's right.
So I started sharing it. And here we are. And the convention is amazing. It's remarkable. I learned so much. And I brought my daughter.
Yes.
My daughter's here. So
We had her
hey, Maureen,
move it up
let
to-
Lindy sit next to
for a minute. And
okay.
let her share.
Wow.
We're so excited. Y'all are
I
together.
kind of had her
Okay.
I love it.
prompted Lenny to come up.
So she knows my story.
Right. So share how,
What's the
different
difference?
dad is and for your own self.
Well, I was thinking about this for just a few minutes while I was standing on the side. And one thing that I think that I've noticed pretty much immediately before he had even taken Asea was that he had something to hope for.
Right.
That, sometimes people, they don't even see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And then they're finally, and it wasn't just, we were just shown a product. We had a friend that we knew that she had gone through a remarkable change as well. And
We
that
trusted her.
alone gave him so much hope that since he had a very similar, issue, and that he could also be, healthy again and have a better life moving forward. And my my dad is, oh, I've always loved him, that, he's just because, he was sick doesn't mean, he was terrible to live with or anything. But, so I'm not going to say, oh,
That was pretty bad.
now I can live with him. No,
But that's what she wants to say.
but, he's, like I said, there's that hope. And then, as, his health got better and things, then he was able to participate in a lot of things that he couldn't before. And so there's a lot of, it's not just your health that health aspect that is affected. It's your entire life when you have a certain health issues or, even mindset and mental issues. I mean, just the community alone can be very impactful for people that feel like maybe they're alone in whatever they're going through.
I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
So glad y'all came.
All right, Don Lynn and Maureen, get back in. We'll wrap up the show.
this meeting.
We'll leave a little bit early. So Maureen.
Oh,
I got my new 28 lip gloss.
Renew 28.
Oh, yeah.
she's.
My lips are so dry.
Throw that on and look.
Renew 28 makes
It's the
great
weather.
lip gloss.
Where we're at. Makes
So,
And hair gel.
Who are you?
Donna Lynn Dominguez.
What-
Share your, you.
What is your biggest takeaway from here? I mean, you got to speak.
Oh my
And so
gosh, we won't even talk
We
about
we
that.
we heard about a lot of things in English, and so Donna Lynn was one of the speakers here and did a marvelous presentation in the medical professionals meeting.
And a brand new
So-
triple diamond.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's your biggest takeaway?
Well, the whole weekend has been amazing. And of course, the inspiration that comes from being here, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. So I can't recommend it enough to go. I'm glad that people are attending virtually when they can't be here, but there's nothing like being live and sitting with your buddies and laughing, and hugging. It's just amazing. All the speakers have been so inspiring and educational. The new products just have us over the moon. So there's a lot about the function that's been great.
What's your favorite product of the new stuff?
Gosh, that's hard.
Skincare.
I love the skincare, of course. I'm a woman, but I love those energy drinks. And last night I slept so good for the first night since we got here.
Probably because of the
I
mood.
drank the mood before we went to bed.
Awesome.
And then the mind, I don't think I could have done the presentation had I not had that one. I drank mood and mind that morning because I was panicking.
You had a lot to study and get ready.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
it's just all of them are amazing. And I'm so grateful for the corporation producing those and getting those ready. Oh, look. And
then of course,
I think I know
Chris,
this guy.
There's been life-changing things for him too. Glad you're here, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, you look dapper in that shirt.
Pasty shirt.
I like it.
Yeah, my secretary.
Well, she has good taste.
She does. What's your question, Alex?
Well, how have you enjoyed all this fun stuff and the
Oh, it's been a blast.
loving on y'all?
Only thing I have that Donald doesn't eat during these functions, so it's kind of got to eat when you can, nuts and fruit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But everything else has been just been.
So she's helping you to eat healthy. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I do appreciate it.
Okay, we've got a couple of minutes. Chris, can you just share your story?
Well, Donna Lynn has got an amazing testimony. I know, but it was quick. Mine was not. I had a situation happen where my left side of my body went blank. Roughest time. It's been 4 years since, but I'm still getting better. Medications are going down, fortunately, and getting improvement each and every day. There's somebody here, and I don't know who it was, said, I pray you never find out what Asea protects you.
Right.
Well, I'm the idiot that found out. And so my wife was always telling me, take your Redox, and I would take it every now and then. But after I woke up in the hospital, that next day, I thought, I will never not take Redox. Not gonna ever,
Miss it. Yeah,
miss that dose at all.
that's great. That's great. God is good to bring this to you. So
Well, we're glad you're here with us.
yes,
You know, I know that's an effort, but we're glad you're here with us.
Well,
An inspiring story.
yes,
He's
yes.
doing great
Yeah, I can
Yes.
tell.
compared to where we were.
Oh yeah,
This
we can
is
see
amazing.
changes between events.
And
Sure.
Donlin, how has it changed your financial?
Well, when I retired from the birth center, I mean, my income there was pretty good. I'd worked 15 years to build that business. And I didn't know how it was going to be. I knew we were doing okay with Redox, but I just kind of put my head down like I always do and went hard because that was full time now for the first time, which was really fun. And at the end of the year, when the accountant did our taxes, I looked at those numbers and went, wow, our income didn't change at all. And that year I had no birth center expenses. That's land, property, staff, insurance, supplies, the list goes on and on and on. So it was amazing to see that it was working. It's working, it's getting better.
That's great.
And that's good news at our age.
Okay.
That's very good news.
How's your future look?
Very bright. We're excited. We built a new house and moved into it. We could have never done that without Redox.
Mhm.
Social Security was going to pay me $1,112 a month. That
What are you
won't
going to cover? By?
Oh,
make a house payment, I guarantee you.
no, you know that.
So we're very happy and very excited to help all of our amazing team. I just want to start breaking diamonds and having more fun like this.
Yes.
What's cool?
That's
Where's
great.
He probably,
Just
he
earlier,
probably,
that's a
It's
great
kind of cool
story.
having your grandson here, isn't it?
yes,
Yes.
and he's excited to build. So
That's great.
I've dragged him along for a while, but this year now he's excited to build. So that's
Cool.
so.
How old is he?
He will be 25 in August.
And he had a great story recently on Discover Sia. Alan Noble interviewed him. So you can find that archive, but his story is great. So plug that little
Cool.
page, plug your book.
Just because people are young doesn't mean they don't have issues. They just usually aren't talking about
Right.
it.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Close it out.
Appreciate
Marty.
you.
Oh,
We have Carmen Key next
Yes.
Friday.
That'll
That
be
is
exciting.
awesome. Yeah, another fan favorite. Of course, Don Lenny here is a fan favorite too. So it's
Yes.
a great way to end up the show. And forgive me for being late. I was trying to get up here on time, but the one great thing about convention is running into people who want to give you hugs and
Yeah.
take pictures with you. And June said to blame it all on her. I was like, I'm already in trouble with these two. She's like, tell them it's June's fault. I was like, I am going to do that. Absolutely. So anyway, we are having a ball. Wish you all were here.
Yep.
Listen, if you have team members who are here and you want to get your paws on these new products, call them, get them to put an order in as long as they have room in their suitcase and they can bring it back to you. So you can Venmo them or figure it out somehow, but you're going to want these products. And if you can't do that, make sure you get them on May 2nd. Is it
May 3rd.
May 3rd, 5-3,
Yeah.
So are we?
3 and 5, 5-3.
What?
Yeah.
You lost me. So we're finished. We have to wrap up a little bit earlier because we have a meeting to go to in about 15 minutes. So we actually have to do a Superman change in the restroom.
Okay.
So guys, we really appreciate it. We will be back here next Friday again with Dr. Carmen Keith. And with all the regulars. We got some exciting stuff happening. We're just excited to be here. I wish you were here with us. Dr. Lee, please, his book, Healthy Matters. And now he's got Redox Matters.
That's
Or
first.
Redox Matters first.
Now we've got Healthy
Whatever. I'm
Matters.
confused.
So
So
he needs some Redox Mind, and that's
I've
fine.
been taking it all day.
Yeah, he's just brushing.
But those books are available at Redox.
Some of
Those books are available at redoxmatters.com,
Yeah.
as will be the recording of this in 2 or 3 days when we get back home.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We're wrapping up. God bless everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.